514 Mystic from BookieBullies.com, and this is Breaking Down the Books. Now, the last time I seen you guys was on Friday. Since then, there was quite a bit of activity. If you're following my Twitter, you probably seen some of that. Um, but last time I seen you guys was on Friday. Friday gave you guys a few picks. Didn't do so bad, but didn't do so good either. Gave you guys a few iffy picks for sure, but we knew that going in. And we had a pretty much half and half night. So I gave you guys Colorado money line that hit. Gave you the under in the Dallas versus Pittsburgh game. I gave the under 6. You could have also rolled with the under 6.5, but that was a push. The under 6 was a push. If you put under 6.5 at certain books, you cashed. The New York Rangers versus Washington under 6.5. We knew that game was gonna go over. I gave the under as a ballsy play, but we knew that game was probably gonna go over. Gave Edmonton at minus 1.5. That did not hit. And gave Anaheim to win or not lose by 2 goals, which ended up hitting also. In MLB, also gave the Houston Astros at minus 1.5, who ended up losing but going on to win the following day. So went 2, 3, and 1 on the night. That wasn't such a bad day, but like I said, it could have been better. We always aim to be better. Today we got a short slate of games. We got a short slate of NHL, and we got one football game that we're gonna go over. We're gonna break it down together here. I didn't take down any notes. Had a pretty busy day myself, so we're gonna get right into it, starting with the NHL. We got the Columbus Blue Jackets versus the Toronto Maple Leafs, where we got Corpusalo versus Freddie Anderson. Over under over here is 6.5. Uh, and we got a favorite Maple Leafs team, which is minus 1.85 for the win. Now, looking at this game top to bottom, we have a Toronto team. Sorry, we got a Blue Jackets team who just played over the weekend. They played on Friday, they played on Saturday, and back to backs. They had Sunday off. They're right back to business today. They actually took 2 overtime L's. One to the Chicago Blackhawks on Friday in a 3-2 loss, and another one to New York in a 3-2 loss also. We got Corpusalo at net, who has a 2.67 goal against average, 9.05 save percentage. So he's not doing too bad as far as percentages go. Obviously, he had a pretty rocky start, 3-2-1 record. Blue Jackets themselves are 3-3-2. So Corpusalo is obviously responsible for all their wins. Uh, Out of all the games that they played, there's only been 2 games that he didn't play. Freddie Anderson, in his own respect, is basically in a similar situation as Corpusalo. Freddie Anderson is 5-2-0 with a 3.09 goal against average, 9.02 save percentage. Um, Obviously, Toronto allows a lot of shots on goal, but they're also a very fast-paced team. They're not scared to trade blows with anybody. Last time these two teams seen each other was actually on October 4th, where Toronto blew them out 4-1. Uh, Honestly, I like Toronto in this spot. I do. I don't really see how Blue Jackets could actually come out with a victory over here. They haven't been playing extremely well. Toronto, on their end, they played a few games, but they also had a good bit of rest. So their last stretch of hardcore stuff happened last week. So they had Tuesday and Wednesday where they played a few games in 2 back-to-back games. Last time they played was on Saturday where they played Boston in a 4-3 victory in overtime. Now, obviously, Boston has been doing what they've been doing. We all see the power here, and they were able to pull off a victory. Um, and that was basically that. Do we have any injuries here? Well, we got the same old injuries. Tavares is officially out with an injured finger. And that's pretty much it. I like Toronto's chances here, but if you're not going to put the minus 1.5, don't put it. I don't like a pick at all. If you want, you could go with the over. But out of all the games that Toronto played that did go over, this was not one of them since the beginning of the season. I would pick Toronto minus 1.5 and just live with the results. But we want to make money here. So we could be conservative, but there's only 4 games to go around. So I'm going to give you guys Toronto minus 1.5. Moving on, we got the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Philadelphia Flyers, where we got Dansk, Oscar Dansk at net for the Vegas Golden Knights, and we got Brian Elliott at net for the Flyers. If I had to pick anything, I'll just go with the over. I can't pick Vegas on the road, and I can't pick Philly to win because Philly's on a nasty losing streak. They actually lost their last 4 games. Not so good. They got a 2-3-1 record. And now they're trying to go with Brian Elliott, who hasn't won a game at all. But obviously, they're playing versus the Knights, who don't have a very good away record, anyways. I would have to take Vegas here as the underdog. No real reason for Philly to be favored outside of being at home and having a more seasoned goalie. Oscar Danis did play last year, and he wasn't so bad, but he's getting his first start today. Maybe he gets a chance at redemption to get a better start on his season. I like Vegas and the under here. It's a 6.5 total at over under. Flyers a minus 110 favorite. I like Vegas and the under here. If you guys don't want to make a pick, I don't blame you, but I like the under in the situation. It might be an over game, but I like the under in the situation. Shit, I'm always giving you guys under, and it looks like I'm an under better, but I'm really not. I bet where the money's at in. But yeah, I'm gonna give you guys the under in this game. So I'm gonna give you Vegas money line and the under. Can't bet again. I can't bet on Philly. I can't bet with them. I'm sorry. I'd rather bet on Vegas to turn their luck around as far as their road wins than I would be to bet on the Flyers. Next thing you know, the Flyers are gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys those picks, but I'm also gonna go bold prediction, which contradict what I'm saying. I'm gonna give you Vegas money line and the under, but I'm gonna give you guys a bold prediction, which is the Flyers pull an upset off and blow out the Vegas Golden Knights 4-1 in their own respects. So a 4-1 victory for the Flyers is what I'm calling as a bold prediction. But mathematically speaking, I'm gonna have to go with the Vegas Golden Knights as an official play and the under in that game. Moving along, we got the reigning defending champions versus the Colorado Avalanche, which is one bad boy team, and they've had a hot start, 5-0, and actually no, Grubauer's at net for the Avalanche, who's 5-0 and 1. Avalanche are still haven't lost a game in regulation. We got the Blues 3-2 and 3 with bad boy Jordan Binnington at net. Now we've all seen what Binnington been doing. He's 2-1 and 3, which is his record, but he has a 2.93 goal against average, which is not so bad at all. They've been doing a very good job at keeping games controlled. Who do I think is going to control the pace of this game? I honestly think that St. Louis is going to control the pace of this game. And because I think St. Louis controls the pace of this game, I think the game goes under. I think they do a better job at containing teams than they do at playing a fast-paced score goals game. So I don't see a back and forth shootout here. I really see either the team, both teams try to battle it out because honestly, both teams actually plays really good on the back end. So they've been getting a lot of good defense. A lot of both of these teams' defensemen have been staying home. Both of them been protecting their goalie, and yeah, it's a 6.0 total. If you could get a 6.5 anywhere, it'd be beautiful. Hopefully, it closes a little bit higher than that. But at a 6.0, I like the under over here. St. Louis hasn't been doing too bad at killing penalties. Colorado's been doing okay at converting on penalties. Uh, I'm gonna have to give the under in this game. I don't have a side. Colorado's is underdog. St. Louis is a minus 1.35. I'd go with the road dog here. I really would, but I feel like St. Louis needs to get a little bit more victories. They might be playing with a little bit more firepower. They're not above 500 quite yet, and they probably would love to get there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the under in this game, which would be the wiser thing to do from where I'm standing. I'm gonna have to go with the under and not worry about a victor. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to make an under in this game. Moving on, we got Ottawa Senators versus the Dallas Stars, where we got Anders Nielsen versus Kuduben. Now, Anton Kuduben hasn't won a game yet. Stars still trying to get their first win of the season at home. I like the Senators, honestly. They don't have a very good record, but they show a lot of fight. Game in, game out, they show a lot of fight. This is a stay away. Both these teams are shit. Like, yeah, I like the Senators. I like what they do, but both of these teams are garbage. If you really want to make a pick, pick the underdog. Just pick Ottawa to get a W here. Maybe Dallas is going to be trying to fight in. They're going to be trying to fight for a victory here. I don't know if you guys saw the Minnesota game versus Montreal yesterday. Minnesota was jockeying for a victory and they just couldn't get one, so they finally got one. And it was a crazy one. They almost lost that. They almost they gave up a few leads and they almost lost that game. I think it's gonna be more of the same in this game. So I like Ottawa to win here, honestly. But neither of these goalies have their first win yet, and I think somebody has to get a victory. If I had to go bold prediction, I'd say that this game goes way over. Like a 339 goal against average versus a 3.41 goal against average. I mean, it's screaming over, and it's a 6.0. If you could get a 5.5, I'd bet against the 5.5, so I'd go over 5.5. But I think this game is a stay away. It's either that or the game goes like 1-0 for the garbage, like whoever. But honestly, I don't see a 1-0 game. I really think Ottawa does. I think Ottawa does work over here, so I'm not gonna go with that. That's pretty much it for hockey. So going back down this board, Toronto versus Blue Jackets, we got Toronto minus 1.5. Vegas versus Philly, we got Vegas money line and the under 6.5. The Colorado Avalanche versus the Blues, we got the under in that game. If you could get the under 6.5, that'd be brilliant. So I got the under 6.0 or the under 6.5. Um, and in the Ottawa game, I'd go bold prediction and say that the underdog wins, the massive underdog of the night wins. But I'm not making it official. I will just sprinkle a little change on Ottawa, which is something I typically do. Either that or the plus 1.5, whatever. But I'm not going to give you an official play in that game. Also, I like the over 5.5, but again, those are leans. And before we move on to football, I'd like you guys to go ahead and smash that like button, share, comment, like, tell me how you feel. Tell me what you guys want to do, what you guys want to see. We got the basketball season coming up. My goodness, I'm excited for tomorrow. We're gonna have a pretty detailed game. I like to end. I'll probably be ending with basketball. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be a short slate of basketball tomorrow. Only two games on the board, but it's gonna be very interesting. If you guys want to see some more, then just go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe, comment, share, and we'll move on to football. So football, we got the Patriots versus the Jets. So minus 10 is minus 10 points favorite is the Patriots, and the total is a 43 points. Now we got Sam Darnold who just came back from having mono, the poor slide bastard, and Tom Brady, freaking Tom, terrific Tom with us. This guy hasn't lost yet. Oh man, Tom. Uh, Josh Gordon's not playing. We knew that going in. We got a few questionable players for the Jets. It's gonna be interesting, honestly. I know I'm gonna sound crazy, but I like the Jets. I like the Jets to cover the 10 point spread today. It's not a popular pick. The Patriots basically cover anything you throw in front of them. But this is a lot, man. This is a lot. I mean, there's no real reason for them not to cover. They've covered every single time that they played these teams. But I like the Jets to cover here, man. I think the world is on the Patriots, and it's a double digit spread. I mean, I'm sure they should be able to play to put in some kind of fight, right? I mean, like, it can't all be blowouts. I don't want to make an official play, but I think I'm gonna go with the Jets to cover the spread tonight for a change. Either that or put the over to make it a game at least. So I might go over 43 points just so they can make it a game on a Monday Night Football. Again, with football, I'm not trying to say I'm like, me personally, my goal is to make money. Like, this is breaking down the books, and I have no problem being honest and saying, hey, you know what, me, I invest a few of my dollars into having a premium package with Kobe Williams. Like, he works over at Bookie Bullies from time to time, and honestly, the guy's been killing it with football. For sure, you have to do your own research. Me, I do my own research. I check my own thing. But I've been going and check Kobe Williams, and he hasn't stirred me wrong all season. We're down to week, what is it, week 7 now, and he hasn't stirred me wrong yet. I mean, this guy is absolutely crushing it. I'm watching a lot of other sharps and stuff, like as you should be, just to hear what the world is saying. And Kobe Williams been killing it, like so. You guys could go and check him out if you guys want some premium football plays. I'm gonna give you the over um, as an official play in this game, and just for the Jets to make it a game. So I'm not going to give the Jets the cover because it doesn't make any mathematical sense. But I will give you, I lean Jets to cover the 10-point spread, but I'll give you the over 43 points tonight for them to make it a game, get some touchdowns, and potentially scare the Patriots tonight. And that'll be it for me. Go ahead, smash that like button if you're enjoying the content that you're getting here. Again, we got the basketball season coming tomorrow. Please, guys, share, subscribe, tell me how you're feeling. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you, like I tell you all the time, do not bet what you can't afford to lose. Please, just don't. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. We're not trying to get rich overnight. We're trying to cash every day and to build a good enough bankroll that we could say, hey, we made a certain amount of money in the season and we limited our losses. That's what we really want to do. Like you saw last week. Last week it wasn't such a great week, but you know what? It didn't end too bad. The weekend wasn't so horrible. Like if you're following on Twitter. So just again, don't bet what you can't afford to lose. Practice proper bankroll management, and best of luck to all. Be good, be safe. I'll see you again tomorrow.